It's going to be a crisis going on nonstop. So you raised me out of the brokenness of your soul. I understand this. Genesis chapter 15, starting at verse 12, the Bible says Abraham fell asleep and he became terrified because God began to show him in a dream. And it says that your son, your children, your seed, your heritage, your people will be made to be slaves. They will be brought into captivity and served for 400 years. But I will bring them out with great substance, and I will deal with the nation that enslaved them. I had nothing to do with slavery. None of us had nothing to do with slavery. Now, my identity is not in slavery. That's my earthly bloodline traces back to Africa. But you can't sit and paralyze me and allow me to feed into the fact or think that my history began in Africa. Wrong. All of us come from God. We are a spirit. And until we embrace that and can sit back and fully begin to hone into what's necessary to walk in the true identity of who we are in God, what God says we can have, what God says we can do, we'll always be ordinary and we'll never get to extraordinary. Too many times. So I understand, because Christ dealt with racial issues. Christ dealt with segregation. The woman at the well, you Jews and we Samaritans, we don't have no dealings with each other. We're discriminated. They don't have nothing to do with us. The Gentiles were multiple races, basically, that were not Jews, that were discriminated. Stop. So don't come just give me a portion of the story. Don't come just give me a half truth. No, let's not start 1619, the first slave ship hit America, and this August will be 400 years. No, let's go beyond that, because the mind of God and the God that I serve, his mind was way before that, and this didn't shock him. So guess what, Chris? If he chose to still bring me to the earth December 2nd, 1974, guess what? I ain't got nothing to do with that. He saw that, it didn't shock him. You're not going to paralyze my mind and make me walk in earth on eggshells in fear, thinking that another race is my enemy and they out to get me. It didn't say, the Bible does not say that the white man, the black man, the Jew man, the Mexican man, the Chinese man, the Asian man, it don't say that they're walking the earth like a roaring lion. It says Satan is walking the earth like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour, that identify with the blood. That's who's roaming the earth. So don't sit back and try to get me into a yoke of bondage and paralyze my mind to thinking that this race and that race is my enemies. Wrong. Let me help you out real quick. Asians, Chinese restaurants, soul food restaurants ain't their competition. Agree or disagree? The Chinese restaurants is their competition. Because guess what? If we say I want Asian today, we already know this is it, ain't on the list. We already know that. We're not having this argument. We're not having this discussion when y'all want to eat Asian. So from there, y'all want Japanese or Chinese or Thai. If we not on a certain side of the city, we ain't doing the Vietnamese and all that, and the Korean restaurants. So they're in competition with each other. If we say, nah, dog, I want soul food, well, we got 285 West, we got Busy Bee, we got This Is It. It's all matter. Everywhere around the corner is some soul food. Somebody got ribs today. Somebody got oxtails today. Somebody got fried chicken. You can't go to no Asian restaurant and get no fried chicken. You can go get chicken 40 different ways. You can't get no fried chicken. You're not going to order a whole quarter. Give me a leg quarter at no Chinese restaurant. Stop. Identity. But for some particular reason, how many of y'all ever had this struggle? You sit back and everything, you sit back and you see another race, and you'll be like, plain and simple. See, that's how white folks are. Just because that one person did something. And then now that whole race is messed up. Or we'll sit back and see, yeah, that's the Mexicans, bro. They all like that. You see what I'm saying? Something happened to us. That's in my soul. In my soul, I take this one encounter with this one race of people, and I make it as if their entire race is like that. Not realizing they fighting amongst themselves. They fighting amongst themselves. Right and simple. If you go to a state that's 99% white, if you go to a state that's 99% Mexican, who killing each other? Stop the foolishness. Stop trying to paralyze my mind and make me identify that all my people hood. Try to make me believe. And then we too afraid. We walking on eggshells. Everybody trying to be politically correct. Everybody worried about saying the wrong thing. Everybody, we walking on eggshells, and the enemy is sitting back and saying, I got them. I got them fighting. They mind, they corner mind. They ain't got healed from their emotions. Got them. Walking on eggshells. Man, you know, all my mama did was beat me. All my mama did is this and that. Wish you could be on the fly on the wall. So I guarantee Joanne and them 5 Robinson boys. Boy, I was looking like, golly. I used to look at my mom like, I mean, what happened to you? You need a hug or something like that? Man, you need a hug? Man, what's the deal? See, me and my mom, we real, we transparent. We can talk about it because I'm not mad. God chose Ronald and Joanne to bring me to the earth, to bring my brothers to the earth. I'm not mad. My identity is not in them, though. I really understand. I've come to knowledge to know I'm a spirit. I live in a body. I possess a soul. I'm connected to my mom and daddy through my soul, not my spirit. Right, Dad?
That's right.
I just needed somebody for backup. They get quiet and everybody be like, oh, he said something that, oh, that's controversial. Now I got support in here. People understand and recognize and know. Make sense? Questions, concerns?
The teaching that we get at this church and in this class is people don't get that everywhere. So a lot of people are lost, but they don't understand the soul and the spirit.
The bottom line is, Ron, when that breath of life didn't come from
Didn't come. My mom and dad didn't breathe in me.
It's the spirit.
What's some good ways to feed the spirit?
Feed the spirit.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. This is a good way to feed. Or this. Pray.
Yes, sir.
Fast. Study. Not just read, study.
Yes, sir.
God's word. This struggle with identity, this struggle in the soul, only come out by fasting and praying. Recognize that I struggle with, sex, anger, drunkenness, pride. You ever seen the movie Heat? Robert De Niro and Al Pacino? One of my favorite movies. I love it. What got De Niro killed? Pride. On the way to the promised land.
Yeah.
On the way to freedom. On the way to freedom. Pastor, he was set. The last robbery, you know what? We lost one man. Money is set. I got millions put up overseas. Private plane is waiting. Fueled up. He on the way there. You never saw the movie Heat? On the way there. He get the last phone call. The dude that sold them out, that ratted them out, they got him posted up at that hotel at the airport. For real? Yeah. Room such and told him the room number. Drive. Girl, you okay? Oh yeah, we good. Yeah. Home free. Mm-hmm. Here come that temptation. Y'all know we been there, done that. You ever been somewhere you be like, man, I'ma just go ahead and get out here before I get out of Dodge. Oh girl being a little too friendly right now. See what I'm saying? You at the gym and it's like she come work out in front of you like, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of Dodge. The moment she start being too friendly, you sitting by and now all of a sudden she getting you, can you help me do these squats? You be like, well, ain't this a blessing now? See, you gotta recognize, like, so, I mean, no, I ain't doing no fellas trips we ain't doing no bachelor parties overseas, we ain't doing no I ain't going to Vegas without my wife, I ain't going to Miami Beach without my wife, I ain't going to no Rio, you must be crazy. I ain't even going there with my wife. You gotta recognize what are the strongholds that come along. The movie Heat, guess what? He contemplate. All of a sudden the exit coming off to the airport. He straight about to pass it up and just cut across. She said, where we going? I thought we were going to the pipeline. And she said, just gotta take out one thing. Be right back. Take real quick. Pride. Because he was strategically, he was meticulous in his operation. I brought you along and now you sold me out, you ratted us out, and his demeanor was, I'm gonna smoke you. His demeanor, Robert De Niro's demeanor in the movie Heat was, I will leave whoever I love.
Yeah, he said you gotta be able to walk.
You gotta be able to walk when the heat is on you. That's why the movie called Heat. He says, you gotta be able to, you gotta walk away at that moment. So
But he didn't do it though.
because of that, pride got in the way. He left the girl.
Yeah.
Because he got back to the car. As soon as he got to the car, he saw Al Pacino coming to get him. He the cop. He the lead detective on the scene. And so he looked at the girl, he looked at him, he looked at the girl, he looked at him. Deuces. Sometimes we gotta sit back, the enemy come in. Satan can only attack us with what we're familiar with in our soul. I'm familiar with rejection. I'm familiar with abuse. Abuse. What they say, molester. What was that?
Molestation.
Yeah. So whoever been molested, do molested. Did you see what I'm saying, Psycho?
Yeah.
Like you got a history of killing murderers in your family, all that stuff, and it's tempting, snapping. Every night. And my thing is, you might as well embrace being real because we can't shock God. What it look like? God don't know you struggle with anger. Plain and simple. Every now and then when we get ready to go on vacation, I got to have that come to Jesus moment with my wife and son. Listen, let me tell you now. This is how we're going to have a good trip. This is how we're going to have a good trip. Both of y'all put them headphones on y'all ears. Find whatever y'all going to find on them devices and be quiet this whole trip. Because the moment y'all two get to bickering, and y'all gonna be overcooking my grits. It's hot as fish grease out here, and you jokers then, y'all didn't, what you mean? How you left your shoes? You know where we going. So I got to have that come to Jesus moment. Let's have this conversation. That's how we're gonna have a good trip. Let's just be real. So no, I'm not going to an environment where you smoking weed. I know you're gonna get stupid. Stupid and me in this environment equates to me body slamming somebody. Let's just not even go there. Nope. I can't even go there. Hey man, you know what thing come time? Don't give me my number. You gotta be real. Ain't no need. Be not entangled again in the yoke of bondage. Hey dog, we're going to Magic City. God bless you. I pray for God to cover y'all. I pray that every time y'all drink, you throw up. Say whenever you flip the script like that, and people really see, oh yeah, he's serious. That's why majority of my setting, majority of my people, they be like, Big Ron, you come, and you know they gonna be drinking over there. Well, that's cool, dog. I'm gonna play dominoes, I'm gonna play spades. That's cool. I like them environment. Because spirit recognize spirit. So you can't entice me with all that. But I just look at the opportunity for me to go ahead and deposit this word in you. Make you stop and think about it. How you identify. Because once again, people can say what they want to say. Make me believe. Who's speaking to you? Soul or spirit to say, man, I need me a shot of Grey Goose. Man, dog, Chris, man, let's go, dog. Be around. Man, we just getting some great, dog. We mellowing out. Spirit man or soul man want that drink. And if it's soul man, then make me believe God okay with it. Make me believe God okay with us gratifying the lust of the flesh in the illegal way. Now, if you're married, that's okay. All day long, diving in it. I'm married. See, you got to understand the rules of the game. Alcohol plus alcohol plus alcohol plus alcohol equals to retarded thinking. You saying let's smoke some weed and relaxes the body, but you forgot you ran that red light. You just realized you ran that red light an hour ago. An hour later. Man, yeah, I ran that red light. I don't think Spirit Man is desiring for us to consume items that take us out of our
Really.
ability to think correctly.
That's right.
The enemy is constantly searching for a portal. Just like we have angels assigned to us, he got demons on the prowl, on the watch. Hey, you're assigned to the Davis bloodline. You're assigned to the Robinson bloodline. You're assigned to the Wade bloodline. You're assigned to this bloodline. Well, what we looking for? Any opportunity, any portal, any which way. Satan is having this dialogue with God. Have you considered my servant Job? Bro, I done been up and down this whole estate. You know, you really got it sold up. There ain't no interests. I can't get in there. He sold up. I ain't gonna even lie. You're doing good. But I bet you let me get to them children. I bet you let me come this way. Come sideways. The enemy is real and we sitting back struggling with this identity. Let's pray. Father God, we thank you for your word. We thank you for